Tell me, for real, in the comment section below this video, are you really surprised by the government's announcement that there is no client list for Jeffrey Epstein and that they will not be releasing the Epstein files anytime soon? Now, we've all had, heard the speculation that after the civil trials and everything else and the criminal trials, that the Epstein file was going to get released. Trump went on to, as part of his interview, at being asked if he would release the JFK files. He said he would, and he has. And when asked directly if he would release the Epstein file, he said, yeah, sure, I see why not, or something to that effect. But then expanded a little bit, saying that there was a lot of lies in there, and he wanted to make sure that these lies didn't hurt people that were in there, admitting that there were people in the Epstein files. So, ladies and gentlemen of the world out there at large, you shouldn't be surprised at all, for one reason: why we're never going to get the flight logs. We're never going to find out who visited Pedo Island. And we're never going to find out who Jeffrey Epstein had blackmail against. Oh yeah, there was evidence recovered on the initial raid of the Pedo Island of Jeffrey Epstein's blackmail that he had gathered against people who had visited that island and had taken part in the activities on that island. Let's not forget, in that raid, the initial search of the island, they found in a safe DVDs and thumb drives. And you can bet your last breath on this earth that those were not accounting files and DVDs of some Disney movie. Those were videos that were recorded, blackmail against people who had visited the island. But there's one reason, and one reason only, that we are never going to see the Jeffrey Epstein files in our lifetime, if ever. Because the people who visited Epstein's island took those actual flights on Jeffrey Epstein's plane to the island and Jeffrey had gathered blackmail against. The number one reason is all of those people are in power, or they're in a position of authority. We're never going to see it because of that one reason alone. Jeffrey is long gone. Murder or suicide. Giselle is in prison. We can lock up everyone and they could all be gone for 50, 60 years from now. And we'll still probably never get the complete Epstein files. Why? Because again, the people who are in those files and visited the island and took those flights there are all in power and in positions of authority right now, today, around the world. Not just here in the United States. These have world, international ramifications of who was there. They don't want to release that. Because if we found out that current administration, people within the current administration, or the past administration, or anyone from Fortune 500 companies was involved, it would destroy a company and would start a witch hunt for those who are in power right now or have been in power. We would demand justice, that they serve prison sentences. They are prosecuted for what they did on that island with those young underage girls. Again, it could be here in the United States, it could be in Canada, it could be in the UK, it could be in Saudi Arabia. These people are all over the world. We're never going to get it. And if it ever is released, it's going to be so heavily redacted, the only word you're going to read on every single page is the word the. Because they do not want you to know what these people do in their private lives and the lives that they personally destroy and the people they personally abuse for their own perverse pleasures. Are you really surprised? Comment down below and let me know. Are you truly surprised that they will not release it?